Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So today I've got another video that is in the luxury wish list update / seasonal update video. I thought that I would do one of these videos simply because I like to update them every season, and I think just things change and things need to be updated. So this is going to be my winter updated luxury wish list. Technically winter here in Canada is December 21st. It's pretty winter here right now. The weather is extremely cold. I'm like cozy in my lovely sweater and my lovely long, extremely long maxi skirt, which I quite love. I just wanted to start off with items no longer on my wish list. These were just simply items that, after being on my wish list, after sitting there and me really thinking about it, I decided no, I'm not going to go for these. And it's good to have a wish list because then you can really narrow down what you want, and it prevents you from making dumb purchases. The first item that I am no longer getting, and I think it's just largely due to the weather, and it's also I think a trend that I just kind of liked because I was in Italy and I bought my Ferrucci shoes and I love them so much I wanted to get a Ferrucci top. But now that I think about it, I'm I really just want cozy knit sweaters like this. The second item that I'm not I really sat on and thought about, and I was really impressed by the collection by Marine Serre, but I no longer want a Marine Serre top. I think it was just something I was inspired to get, but frankly, it's not really something I desire as much as I want. So this is another one, and this is the Dior 30 Montaigne belt. Now, I really love this whole series and this whole collection, and I was able to find something on a Japan reseller website that really hit the spot in terms of me wanting a Dior belt. So I got a Dior sort of that monogram Trotter print style belt. The next item, due to the same reasons, it's the weather. As much as I want the Orson Iris tops, the little cute little tops, it's not practical. So these are items I've checked off my wish list. I literally just wrote them down. I have my laptop right beside me. So I was able to get the J brand flare jeans, the Iris Van Herpen coat. Oh my gosh, I love that coat. The Giuseppe Zanotti heeled boots, those square toe Dora Tamer Firebird boots, the Alexander Wang sliced boots in the silver. I was able to get the Halston Heritage kitten heel slouch boot, the Aquazzura cat print boots, Vince camel suede boots. I wasn't too particular about the brand, but the Vince ones were great. The Pierre Hardy Chelsea boots, same thing, not too particular about the brand, but I saw those and they fit the bill. Oh, the Mugler sweater, that was excellent. And the Andamula Meester banana heel boots. Oh my gosh, I've worn those excessively, and they're one of my favorite purchases. They look just so cool and edgy. The Zimmermann dress, actually got two, so that was a really good, this is definitely a really great steal. The Stella McCartney boots, the knee-high ones, I was so glad I got those. They're just gorgeous and really changes your mind about what you want in terms of vegan leather. That chain link Alexander Wang top, sort of that chain print, I think is really trendy right now, which is really cool. Oh, and I wanted to try out the brand Ganni, so the Ganni dress. Frankly, to be honest, I've yet to wear it. So once I actually have a chance to wear it, that'll be cool. I still cut the tags on, so I still believe I could return it, but I'm glad I got it. And the John Galliano camisole top. Kind of in love with that top. It is very cool with the newspaper prints, just very uniquely John Galliano. So items still on my wish list. So the Dior 30 Montaigne, the reason why I haven't gotten it still, it's kind of the same reason I think I said last time. Dior bags have a very low resale value, and it's not I need the bag. It's not don't have enough bags. It's just if I'm gonna get it, I'm gonna wait for it to go on sale. The next item still on my list is repurposed vintage jewelry. The next item I still want, and I just feel this is a forever, I don't know if it's a forever item on my wish list, but like vintage Chanel that I love. The final item, so I actually mentioned this in my Black Friday wish list, and this is the Maison Margiela, I forget what it's called, I'm really awful, but I'll insert a picture because I think you gotta see it to know what I'm talking about. But Maison Margiela, it's just kind of like a brand known for, like the house itself is known for like deconstruction, reconstruction. I love that this bag is like very Margiela inspired, with like almost like the interior coming outside of the bag. So iconic, it's so unique. And John Galliano, who is the current creative director, I think he knows what he's doing in terms of like making bags. Like there's some designers that know how to make bags, hence, you know, the creation of the saddlebag, you know, which he designed. And I think this bag, it's very of our time right now. And I just think Margiela is kind of like one of those brands that get overlooked by this like luxe community in terms of handbags. And I get Margiela is very edgy and it's not your typical like classic designer. So these are new items on my wish list, and I got quite a few, I know. So the first item, and I really realized how much I lack in this like whole section of my wardrobe, and I want to get a pair of like luxury aviator sunglasses, like aviator-esque. It doesn't necessarily have to be like fully aviator. The next item that I want on my list is a pair of like winter boots, and I never really thought about this until recently, until I was watching another video. I was actually watching a couple videos that were making this case, and I'm totally in agreement with it. And it's the idea that you can wear whites and bright colors in the winter, like winter whites, creams, like not just dark navies, maroons, you know, berry tones. Like that's nice in the winter for sure, but like wearing a crisp white, you know, jacket or coat or sweater or pants, like just anything white looks really great. And I always thought white is a summer thing, so this like totally changed my perception of this color and the wearability of it. So I want to get a pair of white boots. I was looking at a pair by Stella McCartney, and I think they're just so on trend this season. They kind of has that like square toe effect. And after getting my other Stella McCartney boots, I'm like totally convinced she's just a great designer in terms of like even footwear. And obviously she does like fake leather items, like faux leather, and I think you can wear faux leather and it be okay. The next item is, along that same note, white denim. I have a pair of white H&M jeans, and they were just so crappy and like just really terribly made, and they just didn't hug my body in all the right areas, but I wanted a pair. I bought them like, I want to say like 6 years ago, and it's not that they were a bad purchase, they were a great purchase, but it's just like that didn't, like stylistically they were a great purchase, but I just felt like because it was like a bad quality jean, it kind of stopped me from buying white jeans, and I don't know why I did. The next item that I want to try to find, now I obviously will need to try them on, hopefully I can find something, and I've just always struggled with it, and it's over the knee boots. As like a short girl, it's very difficult to find a pair of boots that like hit you where you want it to hit you in terms of like your leg, and also look flattering and not make you look like, I don't know, not make you look like really short and just really awkward. Okay, the next item I want to get is an Andemühle like just top or dress that is just super minimal, crisp, like sharp looking, like just super of the time. While Andemühle has been a designer that I feel like has consistently stayed the same in terms of her like monochrome, like all black, all monochrome, you know, simplicity. I think you could have bought a piece by Andemühle like 20 years ago and it still remains relevant today. And there's still like this timelessness about her work, even though it's extremely like of the time right now. And the next item I would love to add on my luxury wish list, and these are a pair of real leather jeans or leather pants, if that makes sense, like just real leather. I got those fake faux leather leggings last season, and I thought they just are probably one of my most worn pieces like thus far I've worn this season. Like they've given my like wedgie jeans like a good run for its money in terms of like its wear, simply because they're extremely warm and they're very practical in weather like Canada. Okay, so the next item I want to get is a Fendi baguette bag. I want to get a mama baguette simply because I have my Fendi hobo bag that's like little and tiny and just so cute and looks adorable, with just so many outfits. But I like the mama baguette because it's a little bit bigger, it can fit a little bit more, and I have like the traditional that zucchino brown and black like monogram print. But I've seen them in different colors. Like obviously you can get them in like whites and silvers and beiges and, you know, reds. But I would really like it in kind of like a denim print, if I can find that. I've seen it on the pre-loved market a few times, so if I can score that bag, I will be like ecstatic. Okay, and the next item I want to add is going to be the Balenciaga, I don't know what you call them. Is it like the city line? Okay, I'm really sorry. I should have like done my research on this like specific style, but I want the Balenciaga sort of like when you think of the era of like the hills, even like when you think of like reality shows like The Hills, The Simple Life, like that bag that all those girls were wearing. I want to get a bag. It doesn't have to be like specifically that iconic style, but obviously from that era. And I want to get it, I don't know what color yet, but I want it to be like, I want to wear it in a modern way. I've seen people wear like the mini ones and it looks super cute. I think there's a way you could even get like an oversized one or a large bag and wear it. And so if I can find, like they're everywhere right now because they're not so in, but I think it's like one of those bags that it's old enough that it's like almost like a vintage piece. And so if I can find something from that era of like Nicolas Ghesquier, Balenciaga, that's like what I'm trying to say I want. The next item I want, and this is just super appropriate for Canadian weather and just walking around, I love the whole combat military thick sole, like super thick, like huge platform, like in your face, like military boot. You know, I've seen obviously those boots by like Prada, and I've seen the ones by Bottega Veneta. So there's just like they're super popular on Instagram and like social media. But I think I don't necessarily need to get a pair by them, although it would be great. I think I want to get something significantly less if I'm being totally honest. But I don't want to get Doc Martens. I don't think I do. Like as much as I like them, I feel like they're too common. Like I want to get something in between like a Doc Marten and the Prada boot. And the next item, now I frankly don't know. This is an extremely like new thing that I'm putting on my list here. And it's because I don't know if I'm just being, you know, influenced by the hype of like Instagrammers and influencers with this teddy coat, but the teddy coat is really gorgeous. Like it is extremely beautiful. So like the Max Mara teddy coats are just like kind of like iconic piece. Actually, I have a coat I bought from Charlotte Russe from like 3 years ago. It's kind of in like really crappy condition, but because obviously it's fast fashion and they don't last very long. And I've worn it a few times. I haven't worn it as much as, you know, I would my other coats. I've definitely taken it out a few times this season. But when I think of fashion, you know, and wearability, like that kind of coat always comes in and out. Like it'll come back every year. And even if it's not in style, it's just an extremely functional coat. Pretty much it in terms of my wish list. I think I'm technically under 15 items. So I'm technically at 14 items, but I think I don't need to go any higher. Like there's nothing else I'm like really craving, which is probably a good thing. Like maybe I should lower this number to 10, I don't know. But I think 15, max 15 is a good number, but I've got 14 on this list. So I'm really glad you guys could join me for another video, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye.